Kima tung palo mato ya. Ano pa masama kung susuka la bali bakit ni Kongo simbran kita bamunan kita. Bamunan kita bakunan leng bangkanga bakunan bangsa. King yambo bakang yampen babasong demang.
Good evening, my friends. My name is Tatas Lumbanda Afimaya Galarraga, doing this very short video today regarding Palo Mayombe, the practice of Palo Mayombe. I've been asked by my subscribers and clients of mine from YouTube to do a video about Palo Mayombe, and they posted a question regarding what do I think about all the problems and wars and arguments and back and forth that many paleros, tatinquisis, how we are appropriately called, tatinquisi, all these things that go amongst paleros. And I will offer my humble opinion regarding that. But before I do that, I will say the following, or reiterate a little bit of information about myself. As I said, I'm Tatas Lumbanda Afimaya Galarraga. Why do I feel that I can perhaps have an opinion regarding this question? Is because I've known this practice literally since I opened my eyes. My parents are very well known in this religious practice. They have been in this faith since way before I was born. My father, Lázaro Galarraga, is very well known religiously, with over 60 years of experience in this path. My mother, is another very well respected Iyalocha with more than 55 years of experience in this religious faith. So, which means that by the time I opened my eyes into this world, this is all I saw: the practice of the Lukumi faith, the diaspora. Spiritismo, which is the practice of spirituality, spiritism, and Palo Mayombe. Now, my Palo Mayombe experience comes directly from my godfather, Domingo, in Cuba, who's still, thank God, alive, healthy, lives in San Miguel de Padrón. Domingo el Brujo, which Brujo means, you could call it, maybe the best word to translate that is probably the warlock, the brujo, because he's someone that's very, very versed, reputable, respectable, with an immense knowledge of the practice of Palo Mayombe. And I was fortunate and blessed by the universe to have someone so special and so knowledgeable to ordain me in Palo Mayombe. And therefore I feel that I can have an opinion about this practice. Now, to answer the question that was posted to me about what do I think about all these wars and back and forth that many paleros, tatas, have going on in social media and YouTube and etc. I say this: I think nothing of it. I think nothing of it because, number one, I don't have the time to dedicate myself to seeing what's going on back and forth between many people who practice this beautiful faith. What's exposed today, the image that Palo Mayombe has today, it is not what I learned as a child. It is not what I grew up watching and listening to. It is not what the elders passed down to us. It's not what the ancestors had in mind to see what's going on today in 2017. The level of disrespect, the level of all these battles that's going on today, it is not what Palo Mayombe is all about. And sadly said, due to all these problematic issues that goes on these days, it has given this beautiful practice an such an ugly image. It has tainted the practice. It's viewed so ugly, it's viewed as diabolical, it's viewed in so many negative ways. Number one, for many reasons, lack of knowledge. And number two, because unfortunately, when people that might have or feel an affinity with this practice try to research things, what comes up? A whole bunch of videos and a whole bunch of things on social media about people, going at it with each other and criticizing each other and trying to say ugly things about another Tata and how another person is shitty and all this crap that I hear about all the time. And of course, logically speaking, if you don't know what something is and you're researching about it, and this is what you find, your first reaction will probably be, hell no, I ain't getting into that mess. What kind of practice is this? It's supposed to be for something that's good, and this is what's going on between people that supposedly know about this. I want no part of it. And frankly, I can't criticize that position. And sadly said again, individuals that have no interest in this practice see what goes on, and it gives them more ammunition to criticize us, to degrade the religion, to just talk bad about it, and it's just sad. Why do I think about it? I think that this is something that unfortunately won't be fixed. I think that this is something that will unfortunately continue to go down the drain because of all the ugliness that goes on between Tatas, and that all we can do, those of us that are interested in following a strict line of respecting the religion, the practice, and trying to walk that line of faith, the only thing we can do is to try to teach our students, try to teach our godchildren, and try to teach anyone that's interested in knowing the true essence of this practice. To stir it away from the negativity, the ugly, all this ugliness that revolves around this beautiful practice. My humble opinion, when we call ourselves Tata Nkisi Malongo, Palero, as many people refer to us. And let me very briefly clarify that. Why is it not called Palero? Palero, which means stick or sticks, which is an informal way to call a Tata Nkisi, and it's done in Cuba, and everybody ever since I was a small child, they've been calling people that are ordained into the Palo Mayombe practice, they call us paleros, because that term was used interchangeably, which actually means a person that has knowledge about all the elements of the sticks, because that's what it is, the sticks, that goes in the consecrated quadrant pot. And this is an individual who had the knowledge of which stick was for what, had the knowledge of how to obtain these sticks, had the knowledge of what were they for and what were the potence of each stick was, and that's what they call palero, a person that has knowledge about sticks. But the individual that's ordained in Palo Mayombe is called a Tata Nkisi, or an Nkisi Tata, Mayombero, Briombero, and every other lineage that exists within Palo Monte. So anyway, to continue on the main topic of this particular video, to not make it too long, a Tata is an individual who has knowledge as to how to do away with hexes, do away with witchcraft, do away with evil things that occurred in an individual's life. Our responsibility as a Tata is to guide other individuals that need spiritual help, that need help at a much stronger level than that that can only be done as when we practice espiritismo. Spiritismo, spiritism, the practice of spirituality, goes very far, but sometimes an individual has to come to Palo Mayombe because it's a heavier essence, a heavier force is needed to do away with the negativity and the setbacks and the hexes and the witchcrafts and the bindings and all sorts of things that other individuals go through. So the main responsibility of a Tata is to help another person, an individual who's going through a lot of crap in their life. It is not our responsibility as a Tata to try to play this game of let's see who's tougher, let's see who's stronger, and let's go to war, and I'm going to, show you the power of my Nganga, and my Nganga is more than yours, and all these things that's just simply, in one word, it's just a power trip. There's so much ego and there's such a power trip that's going on these days that misrepresents this particular practice, and it's ugly. It's not what Palo Mayombe is about, and unfortunately, it continues to give this degrading image to our practice, which is already, spoken bad of because people that don't have any knowledge about it associate it with satanic things and all this bunch of crap that we hear these days. And the Tatas these days, unfortunately, are not doing their job in trying to clarify and trying to, educate other people as to how wrong they are about this particular practice. Sadly, they actually contribute to those erroneous mentalities by going on YouTube and going on other social media sites to try to prove their strength, to try to prove how strong they are and the powers that they have. The elders that I knew when I was growing up, the elders that I was exposed to when I was a child, they were humble, they were quiet, they weren't loud, they weren't these people that were all about this ego. They were not. They were very sincere, humble, quiet, respectable. Someone that you can actually see the essence of this mystery in their eyes. You could just see it without them even opening their mouths. So all this grandiose type of attitude that we see these days is a misrepresentation of what a Tata is all about. And it's sad. Me, myself, I'm not the one that will be able to fix this. And all that I can do, and all that we can do, we meaning the individuals that are trying to truthfully learn about this path, that are trying to really devote themselves and dedicate their energy and their heart to this beautiful practice, all that we can do is teach our students, teach our godchildren, and anyone who's interested in knowing the true essence of Palo Mayombe. Teach them right. So my advice to all of you out there who are barely starting in this faith, who are looking for a respectable, reputable Palo Mayombe home, find someone that's humble. Find someone that has a heart. Find someone that has self-respect. And one way to actually try to disseminate this complicated issue, look at how the person lives. I'm not better than anyone, but let's look at how the person lives. They always live in constant wars and trying to get back at people and trying to have to show and prove their power, and has these Congo-like of I'm the one type of attitude. Look at how they are. Look at how they manifest themselves. Look at how they are with their godchildren. Look at how they treat their godchildren. Look at how their godchildren treat them. Go to their home, be part of the essence of their home, and then make a decision as to whether or not that person is the right individual to lead you in this very beautiful but complicated path. Because if you end up in a home where it looks problematic, feels problematic, and sounds problematic, then maybe that's not that particular kind of an religious environment that you want to be in. Especially if you're looking for guidance and help and trying to learn something that's beautiful. It's very important to find individuals that there aren't many, unfortunately, but there still are a few out there that try to walk the line, the straight line with this practice. And we all have flaws. Trust me. We all have flaws. There's not a human being that doesn't have a flaw. Regardless of what you believe in, regardless of what religious faith you practice, we all have flaws. But your flaws cannot be the kinds that degrades you or is morally questionable. There's a difference. There's a difference. Everyone is going to have an opinion. Everyone is going to say, no, this is the way, which is another issue. That's why so many people are confused, because it's about this is the way and my way is the way and that's not the way. Palo Mayombe, it's a very complicated tradition. And it's a tradition that varies from one home to the other. Why? Because the essence, the spirituality that works with each tata is not the same. My siete rayos is not the same as someone else's siete rayos. My sarabanda is not the same as someone else's sarabanda, because, and I will later on do a video about that, to try to better understand why is it that in Palo Mayombe there's so much variety as to its practice, the rules, what's done, what's not done. Palo Mayombe is very vast, and has a lot of details that could vary from home to home, but there's a few details that should not be different. It should not be a home of war. It should not be a home of that shows attitudes and characters of grandiosity, grandiose. I don't know how to say that word. Pardon me. It shouldn't be a home that they look that there are a walking mess. Because if you go to the home and they're a freaking mess and they don't got their shit together and things are just falling, the roof are falling on their heads, and perhaps you're not the person that I want to guide me in this beautiful path. So we have to be very careful where we go to in Palo Mayombe, because there's a lot of there's a lot of personal things that occur in this ceremony that attaches you to that essence for life. So if your essence is attached for life in the wrong home, in the wrong hands, to the wrong person, it indirectly puts you in a very negative position for your life, for your stability and your well-being, and that of your loved ones as well. So we have to be very cautious where we place our heads, who touches our head. One's head, as I said in Palo Lucena, we have to be very cautious of who puts their hands on our bodies, because it can make us or destroy us in Palo Mayombe. It's very sacred. So we have to be very cautious of where we go to. So, and I think I probably deviated from the topic, and the topic was, what do I think about these tatas that are literally going at it day and night, every day on YouTube and all the social sites. It's sad. It hurts my heart. It hurts my soul, because it's not what I learned, it's not what I saw, it's not what I saw the elders do. It's not representative of this practice. And it's unfortunate. So my friends, um, try to find someone. If you're interested in this particular practice, please study the individual first. We have too many people that just go to places. Oh, there's a Tata down the street, yeah, and they go there and then they just start doing stuff. No, study the person first. And God forbid, because these things do happen, if you have an imminent danger, if you have a particular situation that merits immediate attention, then try your best to follow your gut feeling. Our spirit guides, our spirituality, our egos speak to us every day through our bodies. We are the ones that don't listen. We are not listening to our bodies. If it doesn't feel right the first time, if it doesn't feel right in that first reading, if it doesn't feel right initially, then it's not the right place for you to be at. And allowing yourself to continually be there, exposing your energy, your body, your spirituality to a negative environment, it's on you. It's not on that Tata, it's not on that, even on that house. It's on you. Open your eyes, open your ears, be receptive, listen to your bodies, connect with your spirit guides, let them guide you. Even when we don't have knowledge of a particular practice, there's something that we have which is called common sense. And a lot of people these days, unfortunately, throw their common sense down the drain. They've literally flushed their common sense down the toilet. And then they end up in negative predicaments that it's like, oh, look at what happened to me and this happened to me. Did you follow your instinct? And then the funnier part is that when you read for these people, because it's happened to me, when I read for certain individuals and things come up for them, the first thing is out of their mouth, I knew from the head-go that, this wasn't a good feeling. Then what the hell did you stay there for then? Like seriously, it don't make no freaking sense to me. Why the hell did you stay there if you're saying to me that initially it didn't feel right? That means your spirit guides, your egos were already speaking to you. You were just too desperate to find a solution to your situation, and that's why you were trapped there. You allowed yourself to be trapped in that negative environment. This is not in any way, shape, or form excusing the wrongdoing. The wrongdoing is wrong, and whatever wrongdoing is done to you by a Tata will be paid. That Tata will have to render answers to their egos, to their spirituality, to Nsambi in their time. So it won't go by unpunished. Believe it or not, it won't go by unpunished. But on your end, it does not excuse you for going against your gut feeling, for going against that intuition, for going against your spirit's voice as was speaking through your body that's saying, shit, something doesn't feel right here, or this doesn't make sense, or that looks ugly. I don't understand all that. I don't have knowledge about this, but I don't know. That doesn't, because spirit talks to us through our bodies. So listen to your body. Listen to your gut feeling, so you're not scammed, so you're not abused. If you're a woman, so you're not molested and touched inappropriately and told crazy shit that I hear these days that doesn't even make sense. Doesn't make sense. I just went completely off on the topic because it's just something that happens way too much. It's just ridiculously. It's ridiculous how it happens, how frequently it happens these days. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. I don't know if I answered the question or not. I hope I did. Through my limited experience, I can say that what you see on YouTube these days, all these wars and all these back and forth that's going on, and all this trying to prove power, that's not what Palo Mayombe is about. That's not what this practice is about. That's not what our ancestors delivered to us and passed down to us. It's not. So, those that do it, hey, amen to you if it's working for you. But you're not a true representation of this beautiful practice. Open your eyes. Open your ears. Awiriko, awirimako. And be receptive. You have to have intimati, which is passion, feeling intimati to read people and see their body language and see how they conduce their life, how they live their life. It's important to open your eyes, to not fall in the traps of these so-called paleros, tatinquisis, that all they do is, go at war and try to prove their power all day long. Anyone can draw sticks on the floor and sacrifice a chicken and let blood drain, and that doesn't make you a tata. That does not make you a tata. What makes you a tata is when a person knocks on your door, asking for guidance, asking for help, that you have the blessings from Nganga to guide that person, to help that person, and to stick by that person to help them in their journey. That's our responsibility as a tata. And instead of wasting so much time trying to go to war and prove your power online, spend all that time to learn about nature, to learn about all the components that makes us a Tata Mayombe, because that's a lifelong journey. We never stop learning. Even those old elders, those old timers used to say when I was a small kid, there's so much for me to learn, and they were reputable, well-known, head ponchos in Palo Mayombe, and they used to say that they were still learning. So where does that leave us, you and I? That means that we have so much to learn, we don't know shit yet. So dedicate your time to learn about nature, learn about the plants, learn about each kuni, each stick, learn about every single animal that walks on this earth, even the air, where it's blowing, which direction is blowing, why is it blowing in this direction and that direction, because everything in this practice has a meaning. Even the way the wind blows has a meaning. To be able to manifest things and to be able to do a particular work, to do a particular job at the foot of Nganga, we have to know where and how and why the wind is blowing the way it is. We have to know sunset and sunrise, and we have to know each station of the moon and so many other things. And you ask some of these bozos, what the heck is all that, and they don't know how to answer you, but they know how to go at it, with another palero and try to discredit someone else because there's so much envy and competition and jealousy. It's ugly. It's ugly. If you like this video, hit like. Please hit the like and share this video and leave your comment. I always like to hear about other people's experiences and situations, and by all means, if in any way, shape or form I contribute to my religious practice and it's helpful to you, let me know and I will continue uploading videos. Ask me questions. I may not have the answers to all the questions, but I will try my best to convey the little limited knowledge that I do have. Many blessings to you, to your loved ones. Hit like, leave a comment, and share the video. Many blessings. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Mambalaya kamubulaya wuriko wuriyolo wentata. Open dia.